Welcome to St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This college is affiliated to Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak and approved by All India Council for Technical Education. This video lecture is a part of series developed for online classes. Hello everyone, my name is Ashish Tripathi and I am working as an assistant professor at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management since 2015. My areas of interest are data analysis and data visualization, which are recommended to be a data scientist. Welcome to Object Technologies and Programming using Java. In this video of Unit 2, we will study about the methods in the classes, static method, method overloading, and constructors. Methods. Methods are the block of code which comprises of several statements as a unit and executed to fulfill a task. A Java method is a collection of statements that are grouped together to perform an operation. It has the following syntax. You have to write the modifier, then the return type of the method followed by the name of the method, and in the parentheses you have to mention the parameter list. Then you have to make the body of the method. The syntax is that the modifier defines the access type of the method and it is optional to use. If you don't mention the modifier, then it is default. That means the method can be used inside the package. Return type. Every method should have a return type so that it should mention what type of value it is returning. If it is not returning anything, then void should be mentioned. Name of the method. The method name is the name which is in the camel case. That means if it consists of more than one word, then the first letter of the first word should be small, whereas every other word first letter should be in the capital case. Parameter list. The list of parameter, it is the type, order and the number of parameters of the method. These are optional and method may contain 0 parameters. Method body. The method body defines what the method does with the statements. Method calling. A method is called only for an object of a class. The syntax of calling the method is you have to write object name, then dot operator followed by the method name, and you have to pass the actual parameters inside the parentheses. The object name specifies the name of that object of the class which wants to call the method. The actual parameters are those values separated by comma which are passed to the formal parameters included in the method definition. The object name and the method name are separated by the dot operator. A method name must begin with a letter, an underscore or a dollar symbol. The method name must not be a keyword. There are some reserved words in Java language which are known as the keyword. So the method name should not match with any of these keywords. If method name has more than one word, then they are concatenated in a camel case where each word begins with the capital letter except the first word. A method name must be meaningful and should represent the type of task it is accomplishing. For example, if we are adding two numbers, then the name of the method should be add. Here is an example. We are making a class box. Inside it we have declared three variables of double data type, that is width, height and depth. We have created a method known as volume which is manipulating the width, height and depth and then printing the volume of the box. Then in the class box demo we are making a function main. In this we have declared the object of class box as myBox, and we are assigning the values to its data members, that is width as 10, height as 20 and depth as 15. Then we are calling the volume method of the box class with the help of myBox object. There are basically 4 types of method declaration: no parameter and no return type, no parameter with return type, parameter and no return type, and the fourth is parameter with return type. Static method. A static method is a method that does not act upon instance variable of a class. It is declared using the static keyword. Java Virtual Machine first executes the static method and then it creates the object of that class. Remember, we have taken the main method as the static. That is why JVM calls this main first without creation of the object of the class. As objects are not available at the time of calling the static methods, so instance variables are also not available. Static method is associated with the class rather than the object. They can access static variables only. They are used to implement generic functionality used by the class. It can be called from inside the class or from outside the class by writing the class name, a period, and the method name and any number of arguments. They cannot refer to this or super keywords because these keywords are related to the object of a class and the static keyword is related to the class itself. Hence, these methods are called by the help of class name instead of the object name. Here is a demonstration for this static method. We have created a class named static demo. Inside it we have created a method hypotenuse, which is a static method, and it returns a double data type value. It is having two parameters, namely height and width, which are of double data type. It calculates the square root of height square plus width square and then return the value. Beneath that we have created a class called callStatic. Inside it we are creating a method named main. Inside the main we are having a print statement in which we are calling the hypotenuse method of this class static demo by the class name itself and passing the values to height and width. Here we are getting the volume of the, here we are getting the hypotenuse of the. Beneath that we have a difference between the static method and the instance method. A static method is declared with the static keyword and a method declared with the class is known as the instance method. Class name is required for the call of a static method, whereas object is required for the call of the instance method. Non-static members cannot be accessed by the static method. An instance method can access static as well as non-static members. Method overloading. When a class contains multiple definitions of the same method within its scope having the same name but different parameters, then the declaration is known as the method overloading. Overloaded methods are those methods which are in the same class and have the same name but different parameter declaration. Method overloading is done when there is a need to create several methods that perform closely related tasks. To differentiate the signature of the methods, their parameter list is changed as The number of arguments are different, the type of arguments are different, and the order of the arguments are different. Here is a class named simple interest in which we have declared 4 calc methods. The first calc method taking 2 parameters p and r, and which is of integer types, and it is returning the simple interest. The next calc method, that is a method 2, is taking 3 integers of principal, rate and time. The third calc method is taking principal as the double value and rate and as integer, the time as the double value. And the fourth calc method is taking principal as the double value, rate as the double value and time as the integer value. So all of these methods having the same name but different type of parameters. Remember, the return type of the method doesn't involve the method overloading, as it has nothing to do with the method overloading case. Beneath that, we have a class named demo, in which we have created the object of the class simple interest as SI. Then we are calling the first call to the calc method, that is si.calc, and passing the value 1000, 5. Through this statement, the method 1 is being called. The next statement 1000, 5, 2 is calling the method 2. The next statement 1000.00, 5, 6.5 is calling the method 3. And the fourth statement 1000.00, 5.5, 6 is calling the method 4. So here you can see that within the same class I have mentioned 4 types of methods which are taking the same work, that is they are calculating the simple interest. They aren't returning anything, that is all of them are void. They have the same name, that is the calc name, but they are taking different type of parameters, and according to the type of parameters they are being called. So the call to this is resolved at the runtime. This is a runtime polymorphism. Constructors. Constructors is a block of code which is used to initialize the instance variable. It is automatically called upon object creation. Some of the characteristics of constructor are that it has the same name as the class in which it resides. It is automatically called immediately after the object is created. Constructor has no return type, not even void. Constructor job is to initialize the instance variable of an object. It cannot have private or protected scope. So the scope of constructor can be a default scope or the public scope if the class is also public. There are different types of constructor. Likewise, we have the default constructor, in which the implicit default constructor is the constructor which is provided by the Java compiler automatically when we are creating an object of the class. In this case, we aren't declaring a constructor, so it is provided by the Java compiler. In the explicit default constructor, we are defining a constructor having no parameters, and we are assigning some constant value to all the data members of the class. So it is a explicit default constructor which overrides the implicit default constructor. The second is parameterized constructor. In this, we pass some values for the instance variable as parameters to the constructor so that each object can have their own set of values for the data members. The third constructor is a copy constructor, in which the reference object is passed to the function. Here is an example to showcase the constructor. We are again creating the class box having three data members, namely width, height and depth. Then we are creating a default explicit constructor having the name box and no parameters. We are assigning the constant value 10 to each of the data members. Again we are declaring a parameterized constructor box having w, h and d as the parameters which are being assigned to width, height and depth simultaneously. Then we are declaring a method called volume which is calculating the volume and returning the double type. In the box demo class, we are creating the object of the class box as myBox. Then what is happening? The default explicit constructor is being called because we are not providing any parameter to this myBox object. Hence the default volume is 10 cross 10 cross 10, that is 1000 units. In the next statement we are declaring myBox1 as the object of class box and also providing the parameters 5, 10 and 5 to the constructor. Now in this case the parameterized constructor is being called, and so the volume of this myBox1 will be different from the myBox. In this way we can say that different constructors are being called according to the different type of parameters provided by the object. Questions for today's session are: what is a method and how it is overloaded? What is a static method? What is a constructor? And you have to write a program for overloading of constructor. Thanks for watching my video. In this video you have learned about the constructor, methods, static methods and calling of these methods. Hope you have enjoyed the video session. You can now create your own programs having some of the methods and then you have to call those methods according to the object. You can also create a static method which are being called by the class name. Meet you in my next video lecture. Till then, goodbye and take care.